1 Cortona, Italy, Sunday, July 12, 5:10 a.m. 11:10 a.m. in Beijing. Thank you, my friend Thomas Kai, said in English, then clicking off the cellular. He put it on the seat beside him. Shen Yin's call had been within the allocated time window, and the news was as he had expected. Levin had the documents and was on his way home. There had been no face-to-face contact. Shannon was good, dependable, and he had found Levin not an easy thing to do, uncover the perfect O2 accommodation to accommodating pawn who had all the skills and license to do as asked, just who, if circumstance required, could be disavowed, 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 or simply liquidated at any time. Shen Yin had been paid beforehand as a deposit in good faith, and once Revan had done his job, he would be paid the remainder of what he was owed. Then both would vanish, Revan, because his usefulness would be over and they dare leave no track back to them. Shen Yin, because it would be wise for him to leave the country for a time, and because his money was out of China anyway, deposited in the Union Square branch of a Wells Fargo bank in downtown San Francisco. Somewhere a rooster crowed, the sound bringing Thomas Kai immediately back to the task at hand ahead in the pre-dawn light. He could just see the house. It sat back from the road and behind a stone wall. A layer of mist hanging over the brush views across from it. He could have gone in just after. He's alive at little past midnight. He would have cut the power, and the night vision goggles would have given him the advantage, but still the killing would have had to be done in the dark and against three men in a house he did not know, so he waited, parking the rented Mercedes on and out of the way. Cul-de-sac a mile away. There he'd feel stripped and shakes his weapons in the darkness. 9mm millimeter, millimeter, Walther, MPKs, Massinen, Bristow, Kurz, machine pistols with 13-round magazines, then rested his mind flashing back to the unfortunate happening in Pescara when Ettore Caputo, Caputo, owner of Servizio Ambulanza Pescara, and his wife had refused to talk to him about the Iveco ambulance that left Hospital Saint Cecilia Thursday night for a destination unknown. Stroponius was an unfortunate trait in all of them. The husband and wife would not talk, and Thomas Carr was detect, uh, determined to have answers and would not live without them. His questions were simple. Who were the people in the in the ambulance? In the ambulance? Who are who were the people in the ambulance? And where had they gone? It had only been when Kai pressed a two-shot .44 Magnum Derringer against Signora Signora Caputo's forehead that Ettore suddenly had the urge to talk. Who the patient or passengers were he had no idea. The driver was a man named Luca Fanari, a former carabinieri and licensed ambulance driver who worked for him from time to time. Luca had rented the ambulance from him earlier that week and for an unspecified period of time. Where he had gone with it, he did not know. Thomas Kai pressed the Thuringer in a little more firmly against Signora Caputo's head and asked again. Call Fanari's wife, for God's sake. The Signora shouted. 90 seconds later, Caputo hung up the phone. Luca Fanari's wife had given him a telephone number and address where to reach her husband, warning him that neither was to be given out under any circumstance whatsoever. Luca Fanari, Caputo said, had driven his patient north to a private home just outside the town of Cortana. Streaks of delight crossed the sky as Thomas Kai slipped over the wall and approached the house. From behind he wore tight gloves, steel-colored jeans, and dark sweater and black running shoes. One of the Walther MPKs was in his hand, the other hung from a strap over his shoulder. Both were mounted with silencers. He looked like a commando, which at this moment he was. In front of him he could see the beige Iveco ambulance parked near the side door. 5 minutes later he had searched the entire house. It was empty